What is up, guys? Today is Friday. We are doing backtest Friday. So let's go ahead and get into it. Someone had mentioned gold. So let's go ahead and check out what gold did this week. Wow, that's nasty. That's a nasty drop. That's really good. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Can we backtest Tesla? Yeah. Just make sure when it's time to do something else, you remind me. Unmute. Make sure you remind me. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at why the market dropped so hard, right? So let's go ahead and delete these. Oops. Right. Why did the market drop so hard? So let's go ahead and pull up the session breaks. Is it in here? I don't know. Give me a second. Actually, I don't even need them. Tripping. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So this was this week. Look at this is crazy. This is Friday. This is today, right? Look at right here at the bottom. You see this black square where it says Friday, 13th, December 24, 9 p.m. Right? You see that, right? Everybody give me a one if you guys can see that. Unmute and tell me you guys can see that, guys.
Yes,
Let's get
sir.
uncomfortable.
Yes, sir.
So
I see it. I see it.
let's go. Awesome. So look, follow it. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So look, this week, the market did this and then it came right back down. That's crazy. The market went up, let's see, 700 pips and then dropped down 700 pips, literally. Insane, right? So that's good. But why did the market drop so hard, right? So, guys, question. I have a question. I have a question for you guys. And let's go ahead and delete this. If I just pulled up gold and the market looks like this right now, right? This is all I'm seeing. Can I see why the market started dropping here and started going down? Can I see why the market did that?
Absolutely. I'm sorry, bro. Are you, are you, are can't you can't.
I can't. Yes, I can see like right here, like yeah, the market went up and down, but what was the what was the reason? What was the reason the market dropped so hard right here after just going up so hard? Why? I can't see that right here, guys. Understand that, right? When you pull up a chart, look at how the market presents itself. Look at how the chart presents itself. You can't see much. Why did the market drop so hard right here? Right? Let's see. I mean, I guess this one you can. Let's go back. I need to figure out why the market dropped so hard. So what I have to do, guys, is I have to go up to one. I have to go up one time frame, one, and I need to zoom out. I need to be able to see what the market is doing. So even though this looks a little weird to you guys, and trust me, I understand. Like this was weird for me too. Like I thought I had to be in like this to see everything. And when you do that, you don't see nothing. Give me a 10 if that makes sense. Because you want to be able to predict the market moves, right? You want to be able to foresee them before it happens, right? So I need to zoom out and hop on a higher time frame. Now, let's go ahead and look at the structure here. Notice how we have this whole thing is liquidity. We have consolidation, right? Look at that consolidation. Now, as soon as we get this break of structure to the upside, we get the BOS. Let me see where we at. Bearish BOS. No, bullish BOS. Tripping. Tripping big dog. Bullish BOS. My change of character, guys, happened right here. Right there. Right. So let's check this out. My starting point to this setup is here. Notice how we have a 2-candle breakout rally. Right? 2 candles. We have this candle and this really big candle. Gave us the break and close below to this low. Does that make sense, guys? Unmute, type in a yes, give me a number, a letter, anything but L.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, baby. All right. So notice how that gives us a solid change of character, right? Now, my starting point to that area is right here. This last buying candle. The last buying candle before that bearish breakout rally. So what we do is mark that up. Awesome. That's my starting point for sales. But now, this setup happens over again. Notice how we have lower low, lower high. Now this tried this when it pulled back, it tried to give us this sell, but it was short, right? But lower low, lower high,
Hey,
drop.
Vinny.
What's up?
I have a question. So
What's
you
up?
see how you marked up that starting point? So
This
like,
one?
yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So for example, like, you see those wicks to the left, like where would you put your stop loss? Would it still be that green candle?
So the stop loss of this, if you
Yeah.
want to stay tight, it would be most likely that one. Yeah, because this is the highest wick in that
Okay.
area. So that
Mm-hmm.
would be stop loss. Now, if you wanted to have a loose stop loss, usually nobody wants a loose stop loss, right? But the dominant high would be here. But no one wants to
Okay.
stop loss like that looks like that, right?
All
So having a tighter stop loss, you may have a wick stop loss, but
right.
we have ways to get back in, so let's just go over that real quick. Let's say your entry's right here. Now, market's coming up to your zone. We should be marking up the BOSs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's go ahead and mark that up. Let's just move that out the way. Boom. Now, let's just say market pulls back and we have a nasty push up. I mean, let's say this is news because most of the time news moves like this. It pushes up crazy, hits your stop loss, and don't forget to label because we do have a BOS there. But now this is where we have to pay attention to the candles. This is going to be very important. Notice how we have a last selling candle here. Make that bright. Last selling candle here. And then we have a nasty green candle, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when we hit stop loss, everybody hit stop loss, guys. Everybody. Oren, myself, Junior, Neri, Mike, Zach, we all hit stop loss. It happens in the game. Now, when it comes to levels, we have ways to get back in, right? So when this candle hits stop loss, it's very important that you wait. You have to wait for this candle to close. Does that make sense? Give me an 8 if that makes sense. You have to wait for this candle to close. Everybody unmute and say, wait for the candle to close.
Wait for the candle to close.
Wait for the candle to
Wait
close.
for the candle.
You have to wait for that candle to close, guys. Now, what's going to happen is if it starts to shrink, what is it going to do? Leave a wick, right? Now that happens. Shit, I've ton of times where it just boom touches my stop loss, and then it starts to drop, and I have to wait for that candle to close. Because what if it starts to go? What if it starts to drop, right? And we're trying to enter like, oh, it's down. It's okay. I'm gonna enter right here, and the candle hasn't closed yet, and you're like, I'm gonna put my stop loss there, and then before the candle closes, it just does this, boom, and then you just take 2 losses in a row for no reason, right? So you have to wait for that candle to close. Now, let's say it closes. Cool. Now, everybody unmute and say aggressive.
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 Aggressive, because what I'm going to show you right now is the aggressive entry. Now, this just goes to the trader you are. Like, are you aggressive or are you not? If you're not, now this entry isn't for you. And I will show you the patient entry just after. This is going to be the aggressive entry, right? When this candle closes, I'm just going to move this because I don't know why it's bugging me. When this candle closes below your zone, you're going to enter. Would we want the candle to close on the time frame we are on, or the higher time frame? The time frame that we have this set up on. So if you're looking at it on the 4 hour, and this is your 4 hour starting point, you have to wait for that 4 hour candle to close. Right? Great question, bro. Soon as it closes, right? As soon as it closes, what you can do, this is the aggressive entry. Aggressive. As soon as it closes, you put your entry where it closes, and your new stop loss is that highest wick that just hit our stop. And we'd be looking to take it down. We could obviously continue with the 1 to 3, but if we're looking to continue further with some swings, we can go ahead and do so. Does that make sense? Give me a 1 if that makes sense.
Yes.
Sense.
Everybody unmute and say aggressive entry.
Aggressive entry.
Aggressive
entry.
This is
Aggressive
the aggressive
entry.
entry. Let's go. Now, if you want to be patient, right? You want to wait for your confirmations. Maybe you're like, bro, I just took this week I already took a loss, and I'm cool with another one. I'm not trying to be aggressive this week. Okay, cool. Trust me, I've been there. Now, my break of structure. What do I need in order to continue to look for sales after a break of structure? Anybody know?
Change of character.
Yes, we need the change of character. Who is answering?
It's Nova's backup.
Awesome. Like Nova's backup, it's Nova?
Yeah, it's Nova.
Okay. Nova, you're sharp. I see you're studying. Solid. You need a change of character. Right? So as this market starts to drop, I guess we can use that. Right? Market starts to drop, we have to wait for that change of character. So if market starts to do its thing, awesome. We got the change of character. Now, my next setup, where is my next setup, guys? What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? Anybody see it yet? We have the higher high. We have the higher low. We have the high, and then the change of character. What setup do we have right there if we're looking at that market structure, guys? Yeah, we got the change of character. That's for sure.
Head and shoulders.
The head and the shoulders, baby. Who is that?
Chema.
Let's go, Chama. Let's go, baby. All right. So, barrier change of character. That's the head and the shoulder. So, my shoulder zone is going to be the very last BOS before my change of character. That's important, guys. I say that all the time. My shoulder zone is the very last break of structure that happened right before this change of character. So if the change of character happened here, all you have to do is look left and be like, okay, that was the very last BOS. Then he told me to mark these up so I know exactly where my shoulder is. Awesome. So now my entry is here and my stop loss is at this new high. And we're continuing to look for a minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. So when the market comes back, we can go ahead and take this sell opportunity with being, take the opportunity, waiting for all these confirmations. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense.
Yes.
Yes.
There's an aggressive entry and there's a patient entry, right? What type of trader are you? If you're patient, if you don't like taking the risk, hey, that the first entry isn't your entry, and that's okay. right? Don't let no one be like, yeah, you don't take the aggressive entry. Hey, he don't take the aggressive entry. Like, bro, who cares? Like, who cares? Trading is meant to be. You have to understand what you want to see, guys. What I see, or what So sees, or Carlos or Nova may not be the things you want to see, right? So that's why I teach you these things. That way you can have your bias, right? You can do your studying, you can do your back testing so you can see what you like the most. Everybody, that's we all understand that, right? We're good.
Yep.
Awesome. Appreciate you. So let's go ahead. Let's continue with gold. Now, we had a starting point here. We had a bearish BOS that happened here. And this is the 4 hour. So the 1 hour, it'll be a lot more clear. But this would be the starting point. Now, the market came back inside of that one and gave a sell opportunity. But because this was so big, usually with like the really big ones, they end up getting tapped into twice. Well, let's go ahead and drop down to this area. Yeah, there you go, starting point. Same, it's pretty much the same thing. So again, this is the last buying candle. So again, guys, if we have two zones back to back, I never have to be the first one in. You guys understand that, right? Actually, we have three because this is our shoulder technically. Right? We all understand we don't have to be the first one in. When you see three zones like this, you never have to be the first one in, guys. Right? So look, how could I know? How can I know this that we're going to respect this starting point? Let's go ahead and drop down to the 1 hour. Let's go ahead and drop down because now we're anticipating sells, right? But the thing is, guys, the market's going to give you these zones to try to entice you to get in, right? Like, oh, there's a zone here. You can try this one if you want. All right, I'll try it. I'll throw down a 1%, or I'll over leverage on this one, which is we don't do this. We don't do here. I don't condone or even promote over leveraging. But that's what people are thinking, right? And that's what the market does. It entices you. Hey, here's a zone. Try this one. This is why I tell you, you don't have to be the first one in. But I want you guys to be able to see these zones so you know what type of a reaction we could be looking for, right? So as we're here on the 1 hour time frame, all we have to do is wait right here. Now, I'm just waiting, guys. Now, when market gives me some structure, I'm gonna go ahead and mark up my BOSs. So we have a slight BOS there, or I could even just use this one to be more clear. Bullish BOS. All right, a little bit of consolidation. We get a little pullback. Awesome. We get another bullish BOS here. Now, guys, where should my change of character line be? If I'm looking and anticipating these sales, where should my change of character line be? If you guys can annotate, you guys can totally do that. Yes, sir, Josue. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So this is my knee change of character line. So, guys, I'm not taking some sell positions until I'm getting some confirmation, right? Because there are three zones, and I want to be like, yo, show me the Carfax. I don't want to hear about it. Show it to me. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We're waiting. We can't do nothing, guys. We're sitting on our hands right now. If you weren't the aggressive type or test traded this zone, you're not even in yet. But if you're a test trader, you're probably in, and you're probably up a couple dollars. Nothing big, right? A couple dollars. And you're still waiting for this change of character to throw down a bigger lot. So let's go ahead. That's how that candle closed. I was waiting for it to pull back and leave a wick, but it didn't. But that's how that candle closed, guys. Would you consider that the change of character or no?
Yep. Yes, sir.
That's a nice change of character. Even though it's one candle, I like that. It's bold and it's definitely underneath this line here. Right? Not every change of character, guys, is gonna be a dropper like this. Right? So this is how we have to pay attention. Look at this shoulder, guys. Look at that. Clean market structure right here. Clean market structure. My stop loss is at this high. And let's see if it gives me an entry. There's a starting point right here as well. And that's just a super tight stop loss for my liking, to be honest. I'm just not really a tight stop loss type of guy. I like to give the market room to play. That's just me. I know some people like, 10 pip stop losses, whatever the case may be, but I'm a fan of wide stop losses. You just have to have good money management.
Question.
Right. What's up?
I was about to ask about, you give it a little bit of room, but like how much? Like, how do you determine how much room you give it? Is it just depending on how much you risk, or what do you look at? Do you look to the left?
Just the structure that market gives. So like this would be a super tight stop loss. Like something like that, I'm not really into. With gold and indices, I'm not someone who does that. If you do that, you have some big old balls, bro. That's crazy. Or you're probably on the lower time frame, to be real, to risk low pips like that, because then you're trying to look for the setup that looks like this, right in here, a super small one, trying to catch this, and now your setup is super tight on the 1 minute to 5 minute time frame, right? But I don't really like to drop down that low if I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally don't care for dropping down to the 1 minute to 5 minute if I really don't have to. So with this type of setup, I'm not really a fan of the tight stop losses. I'm just not, So with this, with something that looked like this, that's a little bit too big. So I would have just targeted this shoulder. That's just my opinion. That's how I see it. Now, this is still good. I'm not saying it's not, but that's a little bit too much for me. That just looks a bit wide. To me, that's my opinion. If you're like, yo, that's cool to me. That's the setup, right? Yes, 100%. If you like it, do what you do. Just have good money management. But for me, and y'all already know I like shoulders anyways. I love the shoulder entries. But this is what would be the setup, guys. So let's go ahead and see if we can go ahead and catch an entry. So that starting point did get a reaction. But now this is where we have to see, right, if the market's going to continue. What's up?
Question. So,
Yep.
because I know you talked about doing like a test trade as like a first entry, and then a bigger lot as like your initial entry, like your second entry. When you're doing that, you put the stop loss at the same point, obviously, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So like something like this would be a perfect example of a test trade. Like if you want to test trade this and have a smaller lot, and that would be fine, 100%. And then if you want to go ahead and throw that, a little bigger lot right there, that'd be better, because we already got confirmation as soon as we got this. We're just not trying to throw a big lot with something that looks like that. That's okay. Does that make sense? That's what you're asking, right?
Yeah. That's
okay. Okay, cool. Now we got the reaction. Now, if market changes character right here, that was the zone it wanted to use, right? Sweep, change of character, we're going to drop. But if it doesn't do that, it's going to go ahead and most likely hit that zone and drop. So let's go ahead. Gave us the entry. So now the pullback is here. We can't see it on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 30-minute. So the pullback is there. This wasn't the zone. That's okay. So if you're test trading this, right, you're holding drawdown. That's okay. I mean, if you're test trading that, you're not down too much. You're really not. So that's a test trade. And this is where our real entry, this is where we really wanted that entry, right? Shoulders are solid. Get a little bit of drawdown. It is what it is. So now market's starting to go our way. We haven't changed character yet, right? So look, where are we at right now on the scale? We're already at a 1-to-1. So we should already be at break even by now. Right? We're already at a 1-to-1. That's the partial. That's 1-to-3. All right. So we're at 1-to-1. We're already at break even. Now, the market, because it hasn't changed character, right? We haven't broken closed below since this zone is still holding. If it continues to hold, we can continue higher. So we really want to see if the market can break and close below here so the market can continue down. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. So let's go ahead.
Yes.
Let's see if it closes. Hasn't closed yet. This is why it's important to wait for your confirmation. Are you familiar with how to take partial on Trade Locker? Yes. Yes. I don't know if I could do that on computer. I don't have it set up on my computer. Not my live. Yeah, I do, but I'll see if I can show you guys. I think the demo might be in there. We'll see at the end. But you should just press close, close trade or something. Or no, it gives you the option on Trade Locker, bro. It literally gives you the option. If you go to your trade, it should say partial close or edit your trade. Yeah, it gives you an option for sure. Yeah, Trade Lockers, it's the easiest. Yeah. But if you can't find it, bro, let me know next week. Send me a picture. Like, yo, I'm trying to partial out. Where's it at? And I got you. So now we're still waiting for this change of character. Hasn't happened yet. Okay, we finally got it. So let's go ahead. Is the market going to continue down? Boom. We're at 1-to-2. So we're up 2% right now. Partial your money. So whatever you were risking here, hey, you just took your initial out. You're good. You're at 1-to-2 right now. So let's see what happens if the market continues. Let's see if the market does its thing and it hits our TP. Oops, I don't want to play it all. Plays around. Tell me what your emotions, bro. Ooh, does it hit? Let's see. Oh, yeah. You would have TP, baby. Let's go. That's a winner. Right? That's a winner for sure. Oh, man. It says my internet connection is unstable. So if the call ends up like dropping, I'm just going to hop on my tablet. So just stay on. All right. Just stay on. Guys, does this make sense? Talk to me, fam. Let me know. Because
Yes.
this is how we do it. Guys, take a picture and send it to the squad. Put this on your Instagram. Let people know that you're getting this value because they're really missing out. Everybody is in panic mode right now. Everybody's in panic mode looking for information. If you guys haven't been reached out to, just wait. People are going to reach out to you and be like, yo, what coin do I buy? What stock do I get? The markets are going crazy. Guys, everybody is missing out and wants this information. Even the people on your team, some of those guys are missing out and they need this information. Trust me, I've been there. Trust me, guys, I've been there. People need this information. This trade was a winner. If you took this trade, this is a clean trade. Props to you. Let's go ahead and continue. Let's go ahead and continue. So we're on the 1 hour time frame. 30 minutes, sorry. And the market comes back. Why did the market drop so hard right here? Sorry, let's go back real quick. I don't know how long it's going to take. So check this out. The market comes back 3 times. Oh, dang, 3 times. Yeah, when they're big starting points, usually those starting points hold it down. But for me, I just like to take the first one. And if it comes back, I have to wait for the initial reaction, right? I'm not interested in taking the 3rd and 4th and 5th touch. If it does hold, I need to see the same thing over and over again. So notice how this zone is holding it down. And it's just giving massive rejections. Massive rejection, guys. We have a BOS that happened here. We had another BOS that happened here. Now, check me out. Where is my change of character, guys? I can see this being a bit tricky for somebody, so I want to put you guys to the test. And it's okay if you're wrong. I'm going to go ahead and break it down so you can be right the next time. But where would our change of character be here, right here, guys? I believe Nova. I don't know who, I think whoever drew the blue one and this green one, maybe this yellow one would be right. But Nova is for sure the winner on this one. So let me tell you why it is not this low. Because we made new highs, right? Higher high, higher low, and not every higher high and higher low is going to look the same, guys, right? Give me a second. Not every higher high and higher low is going to look the same. Notice we made a new high. It barely broke and closed over, but that's a high. And then what happened? We made a low. And then we made another high. So this right here is my very last BOS before the change of character that happened here. Now, at least on this time frame, this is for sure the change of character, right? If I go to the 4 hour, I could possibly, this is most likely a wick, but on the 1 hour time frame, this is definitely the change of character. Let's go to the 4. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's just, yeah, it's nothing. So even on the 4 hour, BOS happened here. And that's okay. We can just stick to the 1 because I like the detail. Where are we at? Let's check this out. We get the change of character that happened here. This whole green candle right here is our starting point, right? That's a starting point right there. And then my shoulder is here. Oh, I don't know why. Never mind. Crazy. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the market to come back so I could take some sell opportunities. So let's take a look. Market takes its sweet time too. Takes its sweet time. Crazy. And it built up liquidity. Now, the market started heading back up. Now check this out, guys. Check this out. If you got in right here, do you hit a stop loss? Yes or no?
Yep. Yes.
Yes. Like we're not gonna hide from it. I mean, that's what happened, right? But if you're anticipating sells, we have to wait for that structure to happen again, right? And it gives it to you. Yeah. This was the BOS, right? It hit your stop loss. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally hit your stop loss, but that was the BOS. Now, again, guys, when you look for setups, understand you need to see the same thing in order to get some confirmation to let you know you were right. So if the market just came in swinging, guns a blazing, right? Guns a blazing, crazy, coming at you strong, all toxic like the Reno squad. I'm just kidding. I'm just quitting. I'm just messing with y'all. I hear y'all out there, you know.
You're the toxic one.
Stop. How do I boot people off the call? Who was that? I'm just messing. So check it out. Market's coming at you sideways. Crazy. But look at guys. Notice how we have the BOS that happened here. Let's delete that for now. We had the BOS that happened here. Y'all know I like to play with y'all. Now, if I'm looking at this, for me to be correct, right, my change of character needs to happen right there. Right? Higher high, higher low, higher high. We're in drawdown right now, but I would like to see the market, do its thing and give me some blues and continue to give me the change of character so we can look for more sales. But what does it do? It hangs out right there. It builds liquidity. So you know what I'm thinking right now? If I'm looking for sales, right? I'm anticipating sales. If I'm looking at this, I'm like, most likely I'm going to hit stop loss. Right? Most likely I'm going to hit stop loss. And then I have to see what I'm going to do next. Right? I'm going to see what I'm going to do next. So we have to see. Let's take a look. Boom. Market hits our stop loss. And on the 1 hour time frame, it breaks and closes. I see that. Right? But we're going to go ahead and look at these sells because it does give the sell opportunity. But it hits our stop loss. And we get the BOS. Now I'm looking for that change of character to happen here. Let's just delete this stuff because it's getting ugly now. And I'm waiting for that change of character to happen here. Let's go ahead and see. Boom. Crazy. Would you consider that a break of structure? I'm sorry, a change of character.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's go ahead. We mark it up. Now, we have a 1 candle breakout on the 1 hour time frame. 1 candle. My starting point is here. My shoulder is right here. Stop loss right here. That's the highest wick, right? Highest wick is always the stop loss. We have the consolidation, higher high, higher low, consolidation, right? BOS to the upside, change of character. Guys, hey, stop losses happen, but if we can get something that looks like this, I wouldn't be too mad about it. Now let's just see if we can get an entry. Minimum 1 to 3, right? That's what we're looking for. Anytime we look for a trade, minimum 1 to 3. So let's go ahead and see what's up. Let's see what's cooking. Comes right into our zone. Now let's see. Let's actually go ahead and do the 1-to-1s. You guys should do this too. Every trade you guys take should be done like this. Break even. You guys have to find these things. You guys have to do this. If this is your setup, if these are your trades, I can't put break even, partial, and all this stuff for you guys. Right? So this is my break even. When the market drops to this break even, what do I have to do, guys? What should I be doing?
Moving your stop loss.
Moving my stop loss to break even. Set an alert. Yep. Set an alert right here. I will put an alert right here. Boom. Set alert. Bow. Right here too. Boom. Set alert. Bow. Right. So let's take a look. Awesome. Move my stop loss to break even. Now I have no control. I did my part. I found the setup and I took the opportunity. I have good money management. Now the market just has to do what the market's going to do. And I have no control and I cannot get emotional. Being disciplined, guys, as traders is what we do. We cannot get emotional. Boom. I should already have partialed out. So now this trade is a win because I took money from this opportunity. Now let's see. Boom. This is a win. No, I don't. I know Junior does that. He does his backwards in mine. So Junior does this, I believe. Well, I guess I shouldn't say he does the break even a bit lower. But he does do partials earlier at 1-to-1, and then he looks for it to break even a little lower. So that's what Junior does. If you want to talk to Junior about that, go ahead and ask him questions. He's mentioned that a ton of times in Cali and in different places. That's what he likes to do. And you know, when you're trading with big dollars, I know a lot of you guys are up on you guys' accounts with futures and on your funding accounts. So you guys are playing with some good amounts of money, you know. So I wouldn't mind taking, you know, a couple dollars off of 1-to-1 and just letting the rest ride, right? Guys, there is no problem taking money off the table. When has that ever been a problem? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, when has getting free money ever been a problem? In a $7.7 trillion market, little old me is able to take some money from the market. Shit, I'm cool with that. It's all about staying profitable at all costs. Yes, at all costs. You guys have to do what you got to do to continue to see growth. If you notice these patterns in your trading, guys, don't just think about it and continue like, yeah, I should start taking partials at 1-to-1, man. But I'm not. Let's go balls of the wall, 1-to-3s all the way, or 1-to-10s all the way. You know, like, bro, like, why would you do that to yourself? You know, grow as an individual trader. I got you, bro. I got you. I got you guys. Guys, I'm telling y'all. This was all inside. Yeah, I got you. This is what I was going to cover. This was all, not that one. This was all inside of this setup. Well, actually, yeah, just use this. Market comes back inside that starting point, and all we had to do was wait for that setup, and the market did its thing. Nothing we can do. Now let's go back over here to the 4-hour time frame. Bro, let's go ahead and back test some pinto beans, bro. Hey, those things smack, bro. Market structure is clear on them because no one trades them, bro, you know? Not a lot going on. But look, check this out, guys. Let's actually delete this shit too. So look, we just broke down on the 1-hour time frame the confirmation entry. Right? That was the patient entry. The patient entry, guys. Everybody unmute and say patient.
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 Why is it patient? Because we waited for the setup to happen. We waited for the structure to happen, and we waited for the confirmations. That's being patient. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, my wick is here. Guys, look at this. This candle ran through my stop. Ran through my stop. I have to wait for that candle to close. So as this candle is just looking stupid, right? At the time, this is what the candle looks like. It's super green. And that's the thing too. Like, you're going to start seeing these things. Am I tripping? Right? Because this candle that hit your stop loss is red, right? But look, at one point it was green. And then what happened? It tanks and turns red. So this is the candle that blows through your stop. You have to wait for that candle to close. Now, guys, where did the candle close? The candle closed right here. Oops. Right here. Right at the bottom of that red candle box. Right? So the aggressive entry would be enter there. Stop loss at this new high. Minimum 1-to-3, risk to award. Minimum 1-to-3, risk to award. Now look, let's go ahead and cover this again. Right? 1-to-1, 1-to-2, 1-to-3. Market already hit 1-to-1. So now I should be break even. Oops. I should be at break even. Now let's take a look. Let's see what happens. Boom. So this trade was a win. I was able to take profit from this trade. Now let's see. Well, if you entered there, this is live price right now. So, you know, it's on its way, but this trade is already a win for you. You said, what do you want? Oh, Tesla. Where's Tessie? All right. So let's take a look. I don't even know what this is. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So I can see here we had a BOS to the downside. And we have to wait for the change of character to happen here in order to look for more buys. But that's on the monthly time frame. If I'm anticipating buys, because maybe I see a starting point that's right here. Okay. Right. I can be looking for buys down here. So maybe I can catch the buy in this area. Right. And then send it up. Right. I don't want to wait for the market to be up here because then I just missed this whole move. And how long did that whole move take? That whole move took, I mean, I'm just, you know, putting it anywhere. 699 days. So you had to wait. You waited 699 days and didn't catch no move while the market was down in a bearish market. That's insane, right? So what we have to do is when the market is dropping down, all we have to do is continue to mark up. Now let's drop down to the weekly. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. We have, it looks like we have a break of structure that happened here. Let's go ahead and fix that. Market gives us lower low, lower high, BOS to the downside, lower low, lower high, BOS to the downside. So we have to continue to mark this up, guys. Now, let's go ahead. Guys, where should my change of character line be? Remember, this is my monthly change of character. I'm tripping. You know what, Austin? This is for you, bro. This is your pair. My monthly change of character is right here. But right now, I'm on the weekly time frame. So where's my very last BOS, bro?
After that green box.
After the rally.
After this one?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if this is my very last BOS, right? My change of character line needs to be at this high. I don't want to give it too much respect, right? If the market gave you a pullback, lower low, lower high, BOS, if that's your BOS, you want to be all up in the market's grill right there. So now all we have to do is wait for the market to go ahead and give us that change of character so we can start looking for this swing opportunity. Let's go, baby. Confirm. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, delete that. Right, so let's go ahead. Right, maybe we haven't entered yet. That's okay. Right, so let's go ahead and see what's up. Marcus doing its thing, doing its thing, doing its thing. Hasn't changed character. All right, we got the change of character. We got the change of character, so let's go ahead and update. We can now start looking for some buy opportunities. We can now start looking for some buy opportunities. So let's go ahead. The easiest one that I am seeing is the shoulder. Right now, shoulder. The second one that I'm seeing is the starting point. Here on the weekly time frame, we have a huge breakout rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles that give us the break and close above. My starting point to that play would be right here. Right, but we can go in and start looking for buy positions. Now, again, this is a stock. So, I mean, this is just how the market moves with stocks. It is what it is. But this is a long-term investment, right? Long-term investment.
You can also trade it on Trade Locker.
Yeah, I know. I trade on FX Sway, and it has a lot of stocks you can trade on there too. But if you're looking to swing, right? Look, that's the high. That's when the market started to come back for you. So if the market has a starting point here and the market starts to go ahead and reverse and come back, I'm looking to take profit when it started to reverse for me, come back. So at that high. And notice how that's already a 1 to 3. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy how the market just lines up like that sometimes? So let's go ahead. Market's doing its thing. We're waiting. Nothing we can do. Boom. Market enters the zone. Awesome. Let's drop down to see if we can even get a bit more accurate. I can see why they came here. There's an imbalance here. That's okay. Let's see. Very last BOS happened here. My change of character should happen right here. Let's see. Is X gonna give it to you? Awesome. Gave us a change of character. So now I can see if we can look for another opportunity. Let's take a look. Oh, is it going to drop lower? Oh, yeah. So now this is the real move right here. This is the real move right here. BOS. Change of character line. Yup, look at that. Yup, that's the real move right there, boy. Crazy. And that's okay. Sometimes that happens, guys. Right? Like, we have no control. But this trade right here is in profit right now. We're deep in profit right now. Let's go ahead and see what's up. Market comes back. This is the next opportunity, so we'll have to see if the market comes back right there. Thought it came back. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that thing just took off. Maybe that was it. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Change of character line. Should be here now. Is it going to continue or is it going to give me a second entry? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Change of character line. Change of character. Change of character. Let's see if that one's the one. Smackaroo. Holding that consolidation. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Dang, Tesla be moving like that? That's crazy. I had stocks from Tesla since 2020. And thanks to Powerhouse and this, 1 month I've learned what to do with my stocks. Let's go. That's fire. Dang. You should have been in that right there. That was the one. That was the move that shot it up for sure. And that's the thing, guys. Like when it's massive swing time, we can only anticipate where we could look for more sell or for more opportunities, right? Now, again, this we already know that trade's a hitter because that one's the first one. But if I was looking at this for our next opportunity, right? Stop loss. This is the thing. When we look for an entry, anytime we're looking for a setup, we want to see the same thing that happened again. So if this right here is our setup, I need to see that happen again right here. So I know I was correct, right? So as we drop down and dissect this market, let's go ahead. Notice how we have a BOS that happened right here. So if I'm looking at this, guys, my change of character line is here. Does the market change character, guys? Low, high, low. I needed this. I really wanted this so I can continue to look for buys. But we didn't get that. This zone held up, and then what happens? The market dropped lower. And look, if you were even looking at this as a setup, that's probably a 1-to-1. You should have been break even anyways. Are you guys starting to understand? We should have already been at break even. Market gave us a 1-to-1. So we should have been at break even and like, hey, the market may drop lower because we never changed character. So as we finally get the real BOS, and the change of character happened here, this zone held. Now, I don't think we definitely didn't get the shoulder. We definitely didn't get that shoulder, but we did get the starting point. The starting point held up for sure. And that was the move. That was the move right there. And look, it said, hey, Nova, hey, Jennifer, hey, Chema, you didn't get in? You guys didn't get in on this insane swing? How didn't you get in? I literally gave you guys the change of character. You guys are tripping for not getting it. But look, it's okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Don't even trip. Don't even trip. Let's go back up to the weekly. Oh my, I think this is either a snipe, like an absolute snipe, or it barely misses. But notice how we get the BOS that happened here. I think it misses, bro. Crazy. Guys, this is my breakout rally that happened right here. Breakout rally, my starting point. Ooh, I'm nervous. Are you guys nervous? I'm low-key nervous. Yeah. Does it hit your entry? Does it hit your entry? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't know about y'all, but y'all gotta talk to me nice. Tacos on y'all. Whenever I see you guys, tacos on y'all, bro. Swear. Guys, it said, hey, you missed the entry? You missed the swing? You missed this? Don't even trip. Don't trip. I got you. Find your BOS. Tortas on you, bro. You say less. Find your BOS. Find the rally breakout. Find your starting point and wait for me right there. Wait for me right there, bro. Entry there. Your stop loss at this low wick here. The stop loss is at this low wick. Minimum 1 to 3 risk to reward. But look, if we were looking for the swings, guys, we
Question:
could. What's up?
where you have that red line, and you have your BOS
Yeah,
right there, where it has that gap in the market, would that not be a potential entry?
the gap.
No, to your left, where it has that. Nope, a little bit to the right. Right there, where it has that green. It
Oh,
has
this this,
bullets.
this
Yeah,
gap
yeah,
right here.
yeah.
So let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So
Because if
this.
there's, I mean, I could be wrong, obviously, but if the wick is not like covering it, isn't that an imbalance?
So it is an imbalance, right? And yes, it's an imbalance, but we don't really look at that. We don't look at imbalances as entries. But I want to show you something. Notice how we break and close below here, right? Notice market started to push up heavy, heavy, heavy. And notice we have an imbalance here. Now, when you know anything about candle open and closes, notice this candle opened right here, right at the top. And it closed right here at the bottom. So how did we, market was coming up, but how do we end up here? So when you see that, especially in the stock market, because this happens a lot in the stock market, I don't know why. I think it's because big money like Warren Buffett and like people with big money, they exit or enter trades when it's closing. Like people like us with no money, bro, we can't be like, yo, can you throw in like 300 mil? We can't do that. And like, but they can because they got the money. So when you see imbalances in the stock market that looks like this, all crazy, think of that as a candle. Think of that as a candle. So look, would you consider this a rally breakout if you're looking at it like this?
Yeah.
Yes. Now my starting point to that, right here. So you tell me, bro, would that be an entry? It's a good entry?
Yes.
Say
Yes.
with your chest, dog. Yeah, that's a good
Absolutely.
entry.
Okay,
Let's
my
go,
bad.
baby.
My bad.
No, that's a good entry. Yeah, that's good. That's good, bro. Your stop loss would be the low. Minimum 1 to 3. Market gave you the 1 to 3. Did its thing. Did its thing. Right? Gave you 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Definitely able to partial out. And the market says, yo, you missed that? How did you miss that, bro? All right. Stay calm. I got you. Find your breaking structure. Boom. You found your starting point. It comes back for you. And that thing right there, my levels fam, that right there, my levels fam, took you to the moon. I believe that was the one that took you to the moon. That one right there, guys, took you to the moon. And that's where life price is right now. So if you didn't catch any of these, that was the move right there, guys. Does this make sense? Let me know if this makes sense for you guys.
Yes.
Guys,
Yes.
take a picture and send this in to the chats. Let them know that these back testing calls are crazy. There's a lot of value on these calls. Y'all can ask questions. Y'all see Austin asking these questions, bro, getting his value, making sure what he sees is correct. So following this upcoming week, he's ready to attack the markets with confidence.
What's crazy also is Vinny called out this move as well.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. You just got to tap in. The moves are there. The opportunities are there, fam. I'm telling y'all. That was the move that sent it up. But I can't back test no more, guys. We're already going over the time. Y'all have things to do. And Loki, I've had a long day. I've had a long day, and I'm pretty tired, and I have to wake up at 6 for work tomorrow, unfortunately. So my bad. Sorry, guys. But that's why. Who asked that? Who is that? Who asked that? Bruno. Sorry, Bruno. But that's why you have to be the first one to say something, dog. When I say what pairs do we look at, don't even hesitate. Don't even take the chance and take those 5 seconds to type in, bro. Unmute. I don't care if you're eating, dog. US 30G. Wait, bet. I got you. I got you. And the Powerhouse website, where do you find the future courses and training? The stuff Jack was on the other night. I don't believe they are on there as of just yet. That's futures is something that we are tapping into. We are not fully into that just yet. So if you do need a little bit of help regarding futures, I would reach out to Junior. I would reach out to Jack. If anybody else is doing futures in here that wouldn't mind helping out Zoom user, and you go ahead and be like, yo, y'all, you could hit me up. I have some experience here. I can give you some knowledge, and you can do your own research after that. But yeah, hit them up because that's something we're tapping into. And we'll have a spot for that as well coming up soon. But with that being said, guys, man, this call was fire. I'm liking these backtesting sessions. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's helping y'all. I see a lot of you guys smacking charts right now in the chats. A lot of you guys, your chart markups is looking clean. And it's all about looking at the opportunities and taking them as they come. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you guys for hopping on. We still have a lot amount on here, which is great. I think we topped out like at 30, 35 or like 38 or something. And we still have 28 on here. Can you answer my question? LOL, I'm just starting to look at news. My bad. So I'm just starting to look at news. So what was your question exactly? Give me a second. Is it the Elon posted? Elon posted on X. There's a settlement demand against him. Does this affect it possibly? Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. But for stocks, I'm not really aware of how all that stuff happens with stocks. But yeah, mainly because like the public eye sees it, so they get worried, you know. So all that stuff comes into play. But again, don't just rely on that outside information. No, but because a lot of the answers you're looking for are right here. A lot of the answers you're looking for are right here. So Nova, I have a question. We're at all-time highs, I believe. All-time highs on Tesla. Let me pull up that question again. There's a settlement demand against him. Does this affect the market in any way? So we're at all-time highs. Guys, usually when we're at all-time highs, it's not really a good time to continue buying. Why? Because as soon as we get this, usually the market pulls back. Does that make sense? So look at, there's a settlement against him and the market's at all-time highs. So that settlement, yeah, it probably can affect Tesla a little bit. Now, if people are looking to continue buys, hey, I'm not sure what the settlement is, but the market could possibly pull back. Now, this is the daily or weekly time frame. Right? The market can definitely pull back. Maybe there's some settlement news, whatever the case may be. Okay, the market's dropping. Is it gonna respect? Right? Because there's settlement. He's in some, you know what I mean? He's doing his thing out there. He has some beef. Is it gonna respect, or is this settlement really gonna go ahead and affect his business? Does that make sense, Nova? You have the BOS that happened here.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course. And then the change of character that happened here. So if you're seeing that, knowing there's a settlement and all that stuff, he's dealing with stuff, that's your answer there. Okay? That's your answer there. Now, again, this is the 4-hour time frame. So this would most likely be the daily setup or the weekly setup. Let's take a look. Yeah, so that's the weekly setup. So in order to get down to that weekly setup, the market needs to break 4-hour structure first, right? So let's drop down to the 4-hour. BOS happened here. Change of character line is right here. So we do have a BOS and the change of character. We still need that, right? So if we do break and close below, there's some possibilities that Tesla can start dropping. And the very next buy position I would be interested in, if it gives me opportunities, would be this weekly zone. And if it breaks and closes below, then we know that settlement's kind of a big deal and it's going to affect that stock. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that makes sense, Nova. I hope
Yeah,
that
that makes a lot of sense. So thank you.
Of course. Way to ask your questions and way to make sure you get my attention. So I make sure to give you the answer. I like that. I like that. It's good to be uncomfortable, guys, and it's good to speak up for yourself. Trust me, I don't get offended. I want you guys to do that. It helps for a better call, and you guys get what you guys come here for. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, great call. Way to be active. I will see you guys in Modesto. If you guys are near Modesto, hit me up, man. We're gonna be there. I'm only with you guys for so many hours. I know I say that, but it's so true because I have Oren's number and he's still hard to get a hold of sometimes. And that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we only have so many hours with each other. But with that being said, man, I will see y'all in Modesto. I will see y'all in Texas, and I'll be running the Mondays call from Dallas, Texas. So, I will see y'all.
Bye, Benny.
Have a good weekend, guys.